Today I will talk about the KiiPix smartphone picture printer. The KiiPix comes in a box like this. It does not come with film, so make sure you buy film if you are planning to give this to somebody as a gift. Let's open it up and see what's inside. It's packaged pretty well. We got instructions. This is just a protector for the side. It's nicely bubble wrapped. And then it's wrapped in one more layer of plastic. This is what the KiiPix looks outside the box. To open it up, we just lift this flap. And the other flap as well. The picture frame holds this structure in. So to take it out, we slide the picture frame up a little bit like this. And then it pops up. What we have here is a lens with the shutter. Before we actually start using, we have to put the Instax Mini film in. Here's the Instax Mini film. You have to unwrap it. You grab onto the notch and open it up, just like that. You open the film door right here, pull it open. Take the Instax film with the yellow dot up in the right top corner and align it in like that. And then close it up and it will latch on. After you put the Instax film inside the KiiPix, you have to eject the dark slide, which protects the film from the light while it's outside the camera. So to do so, we just twist this knob clockwise until it comes out. There you go. Before we start making prints with the KiiPix, we have to do 3 things to our phone. The first one is to turn off the automatic screen dimming. To do so, you go to Settings, then you click on Display and Brightness, and click on Auto Lock and turn to Never. The second thing to do is to turn on the orientation lock. And the last thing to do is to turn on the screen brightness all the way up. To make the prints, we pull this tab up until it locks into position. Then we pull this tab up until it locks into position. Then we take out the frame. Then we have to look for the pictures that we want to print. I'll print this picture of my daughter. You can display the picture in any app. It doesn't have to be any specific app that's tied to the KiiPix. This is just the Photos app on the iPhone. Then we put the frame from the KiiPix over the picture on the phone, just like this. Once we have it all lined up like this, we align it on top of the KiiPix. And then we push the shutter. Next to the lens, there is a little mirror that shows you that the picture on the smartphone screen is still visible. After you take a picture of the screen on your phone, you eject the picture by turning this knob clockwise. As it's developing, you can see some streaks on the bottom of the picture, especially in the dark areas. On this side is a picture I took a couple days ago and it's fully developed. And on this side is a picture that I just took and it's still developing. There's these little streaks on the bottom in the dark areas. What I found is that they disappear overnight. On the back side, once you enter the film, here's a frame counter. So you can see here that I have 8 pictures still left, which is quite convenient. Another cool thing you can do with the KiiPix is that you can do double exposures. Common way to do double exposures is to take a portrait like this. So you can take a picture, and then once you take a picture, you can select another picture from your phone, put it on there, take another picture, and you get a double exposure. Overall, I'm quite happy with the KiiPix. To be honest, when I bought it, I thought it would be complete junk, but it actually works as advertised. The pictures come out quite sharp. I did not see any roller marks that I've seen in some other YouTube videos. That could be I just got lucky and my unit doesn't have that problem. It'll be interesting to see if those roller marks stay on the pictures overnight. The colors in the Instax prints don't look like the colors on the smartphone. That's to be expected. I don't think the Instax film has the same dynamic range. in color reproduction. So expect to have the pictures kind of a lo-fi feel, and don't expect the pictures to look exactly like the pictures on your smartphone. A couple negatives that I found with the KiiPix is that the pictures turn out darker than I would like them to be. Here's an example picture of my son. This looks quite bright on the smartphone, but here on the Instax it looks pretty dark. Another problem with the KiiPix is that all the pictures have this dark thin band on top of the pictures. It's quite visible when the top of the picture is light colored. It's not really visible on dark color pictures like this one, but the dark band is still there. One more problem that I experienced with the KiiPix printer is that when I ejected one of the pictures, I had dark goo come out of this part right here, out of the print. I've never seen that happen with any of my Instax cameras. So I have to say that I quite enjoy the KiiPix. It's different than the Instax Mini. The price right now is pretty similar. You can get the Instax Mini 9. I have the Instax Mini 8. You can get the Instax Mini 9 for about $50. This sells on Amazon about $40. I bought it a few weeks ago for $30. The price seemed to fluctuate quite a bit. So if you're not in a hurry, you can wait for a little bit better price. The quality of pictures you get is probably better from the KiiPix if you have good technique with the smartphone. The Instax Mini 9 is a lot easier to use. You get the pictures right away. With the KiiPix, it takes a little bit of time to set it up. So if you just want to take a picture and give it to your friend, the Instax Mini 8 or 9 is better choice. If you want a little bit more control over your pictures, the KiiPix is better choice than the Instax Mini. You can do double exposures, you can turn your pictures to black and white. Considering the price of the Instax film, I think it makes sense to have both of these if you really like shooting Instax. If you can only have one, it really depends what you're after. If you want something really simple, just buy the Instax Mini 9. If you want more control of your pictures, get the KiiPix. As far as reliability, I'm sure the Instax Mini 9 is a lot more reliable than the KiiPix. Now I'll just quickly run through the pictures I took with the KiiPix printer. Here's another portrait. This one seemed pretty bright. It's a little bit brighter than I would like to actually look. This is the picture that actually leaked on the back. So my fingers got all dirty from it, so I just scotch taped it over it. Here's an indoor picture taken with an iPhone. It looks quite good on the Instax. It has kind of an analog lo-fi feel to it. Here's a little still life of paints and brushes. The detail in this picture is actually quite good, considering you're just taking a picture of a screen. Here's a picture of my kids taken outside. This one also looks pretty good. It looks different than on the phone. Has a kind of analog lo-fi feel to it. Here's a night picture taken at the Vienna Christmas markets. This one looks great. The colors are nice and punchy. The blue looks great. I don't see any roller marks in the dark areas. This one turned out quite nice. Here's the double exposure. I took a portrait and then I overlaid it with a background of flowers.